GCN's top 10 riders to watch at the Critérium Du Dauphiné. Simon Yates, along with his twin brother Adam, 22-year-old Simon Yates is one of the most exciting GC prospects in pro cycling. Already this year, he's finished 5th overall at the demanding Vuelta Ciclista al País Vasco and 6th overall at the Tour de Romandie. It may be a little early to talk about podium finishes at these big races, but at the very least, this race will give Yates a chance to stake his claim for selection come July. WILCO-GREENEDGE. After winning the Best Young Rider competition in 2012 and 2014, WILCO-GREENEDGE will look to take it to the big boys this time round. He was 4th overall last year and would dearly like to reach the podium of a World Tour stage race for the first time. Julian Alaphilippe. The revelation of the 2015 season, Julian Alaphilippe caused a stir with his 2 second places in the Ardennes Classics before winning the Queen stage of the Tour of California and then going on to finish 2nd overall. It's been a long spring for the French phenomenon though, so time will tell if he still has anything left in the tank. Jean-Christophe PERAUD. Still riding high from last year's 2nd overall at the Tour de France, 38-year-old Jean-Christophe PERAUD will likely use the Dauphiné as preparation for the Tour de France. But the French rider just can't seem to help himself at the big French races, as evidenced by his overall win at the Critérium International earlier this year. He won a stage of the 2011 Dauphiné, and it's likely he'll again target stages rather than dig too deep a hole chasing a GC result. Joaquim Rodriguez. Rodriguez is Mr. Consistent when it comes to Grand Tours, but with the big victory still missing from his palmares. With that in mind, this Dauphiné could either be a key part of his build-up to July, or a great opportunity in itself for a prestigious victory. Either way, we expect Rodriguez to be in the mix. TJ van Garderen. For the 2nd year in a row, TJ van Garderen finished 2nd overall at the Tour of Oman and also won a mountain stage at the Volta a Catalunya. But he's also had lacklustre results. 16th at Paris-Nice after losing several minutes due to a bad day and inclement weather, 30th at Catalunya after a dramatic crash took him out of the GC hunt, and then 11th overall at País Vasco. The Dauphiné will be his first race since the Ardennes Classics, and it is going to be pivotal in his preparation for the Tour de France. Andrew Talansky. Andrew Talansky returns to the Dauphiné as defending champion. His surprise win in 2014 when he snuck into a breakaway on the final day and held off Alberto Contador ranks as the biggest of his career. A quiet 2015 season so far was kick-started at the US National Championships where he won the time trial and animated the road race with a solo breakaway which hopefully shows he's turning a corner. Alejandro Valverde. With a versatile rider like Alejandro Valverde, anything is possible. He can climb, he can sprint, and he's as crafty as anyone in the sport. Movistar has stated that Valverde and Nairo Quintana will share leadership at both the Tour de France and the Vuelta a España, but truth be told, the Dauphiné is Valverde's best chance of an overall win. He's done it twice before, in 2008 and 2009, and based on his wins at Flèche Wallonne and Liège-Bastogne-Liège this year, he's as good as he's ever been. Perhaps even better. Vincenzo Nibali. The reigning Tour de France champion is following a similar build-up to the Tour this year, slow and quiet, which means he shouldn't be expected to contend for overall victory here. Last year, for example, he finished 7th overall at the Dauphiné. Instead, Astana will likely use the race to fine-tune its Tour lineup, and Nibali will be testing his fitness and his equipment, particularly in the time trial. Chris Froome. It hasn't been easy to get a read on Chris Froome's 2015 season. He came out swinging, winning a stage and the overall at the Vuelta a Andalucía in February, but since then, illness, a couple of crashes have compromised his race schedule somewhat. He's coming off a long training block at altitude in Tenerife, so it will be interesting to see where his form is at the Dauphiné. So there we have it, 10 riders to watch at the Critérium Du Dauphiné. Let us know who you think are going to be contenders in the comments section down below.